Bolshie is a gloomy village with old rickety houses. I asked the locals what this place used to look like. There used to be a school, a kindergarten, and a paramedics hospital, also a club. We used to have all that, and now we don't have anything, not even a supermarket.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Loren again. I'm really excited to be here. We're going to be checking out remote Russia. Okay, how people live in isolated villages, mobile shops. Alrighty, let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments.
There are hundreds of remote villages in Russia that are difficult to reach on foot or by car. Places like this usually lack proper roads, transport systems, and sometimes even electricity. There aren't grocery stores either, because it simply isn't profitable to supply goods and do business there. People have to go to the nearest market by themselves. It can take up to several hours. The only hope for the inhabitants of these isolated villages is the so-called shop on wheels. They're also called mobile shops. They deliver food and clothes from nearby towns. Last December, I spent a whole day in this shop on wheels. It delivers everything you need to the most remote parts of the Republic of Karelia, which is the Russian region bordering Finland. Before we start this journey, please subscribe to my channel. Soon, there will be a new video about Cairo, the capital of Egypt, where world-famous tourist attractions are hidden among the traffic and garbage. The first point on my journey was this village called Bolshie. This village was covered by local media a few years back when its residents complained about the shortage of bread and other products. After this coverage, the local administration finally fixed the problem and added the village to the mobile shop's destination list. The mobile shop delivers everything. The girls working there are very nice. We have a phone number of their shop to make orders, and they deliver everything we need. Our mobile shop comes through here every Tuesday, once a week. We arrive here at 12:30 p.m. That's the time we normally agree on. They know the time in advance so that when we arrive, they're already waiting for us. There aren't many residents here, so the whole process doesn't take long. We bring fresh food, and the people love it. Bread is always freshly baked. We get it from the bakery every morning, so it always gets here fresh. We get dairy products on Mondays, and on Tuesdays we deliver it, so it's also fresh. We also constantly update our range of products, and we never receive complaints that something wasn't fresh. There's so many things we can deliver, even utensils. We can even go to the pharmacy if someone needs medicine. I've been working for about 5 years in the mobile shop. We used to come here more often, twice a week. Now it's just once. I didn't find this job. I always say it found me. There were 2 guys working before me, but they left for some reason. Right now, the road is more or less decent, but in spring it gets more dangerous. I used to be a trucker, so I know how to handle these roads, and now I work here. Bolshie is a gloomy village with old rickety houses. I asked the locals what this place used to look like. There used to be a school, a kindergarten, and a paramedics hospital, also a club. We used to have all that, and now we don't have anything, not even a supermarket. The building of that club used to be part of a concentration camp where people were shot, and now it's totally abandoned and it's all rusty. How could they just leave it like that? Why not turn it into a historic site, or put a sign on it saying there used to be a concentration camp here? Now it has a leaking roof. It used to be a house of culture. It was closed about 5 years ago. Even more, 6 or 7 years ago. I used to work there. During wartime, it was a concentration camp. There was a hole right underneath it where shooters used to sit before the executions. This is truly a historic site. They should fix it. It's just the rooftop that needs fixing. That's it, just to prevent the leaking and rotting. If you like this video so far, please share it on Reddit. It'll help this channel grow. After the Bolshie village, I headed to another remote region where the mobile shop delivers necessities. Tell me, please, where'd you get this idea to buy a van and start delivering food? I was working as an accountant when the factory closed down. After I lost my job at the factory, I got employed as a merchandiser at another factory. And after 1 year, it closed down too. At the same time, my husband also lost his job at a factory, so we decided to try this. For the first 2 years, we weren't making any money because the one car we had was wrecked from driving on all these roadless areas. In the second year, we made enough money to buy a van. Then we bought this second reserve vehicle. Then our neighbor joined us, and we also hired a driver. So now we have 2 vans delivering in our region. My main job is in the fire department, and I help here when needed. If they need someone to drive, I come and help. So wait, you're saying you're planning to stop? Of course, this isn't profitable. I have a second job just to survive and make this work. Oh, so it's more like volunteering for you. Yes, that's what I've been saying lately, that I do charity work. So how long have you been doing this mobile shop business for? I've been doing this since 2008. That's a long time. Yeah, it is. When our factory closed down, I had to look for other ways to make a living. So who came up with this route? I made the route myself. We've been going to this place in particular for 8 or 9 years already. So over these 13 years, what's changed in the village? How do people and their incomes change? Oh, the people are dying. And the younger ones are leaving. And you're watching all this happen. Yeah, I see it every day, exactly. When I just started, it was all fun and lively here. And now it's very sad. There are only old people left, sick and fighting for survival. They've been left behind and no one cares about them. From Yanishpol, we headed to the village of Elmus. People in Yanishpol are connected to the outside world by decently paved roads, whereas further in Elmus the situation is completely different. According to the official data from the latest census of rural settlements in Karelia, in 2013 just 59 people lived in Elmus. Near Elmus there are 2 massive swamps with valuable plants and berries that are under government protection. Traveling inside a mobile shop, I found myself in the villages surrounded by natural monuments. Here, nature is clearly doing better than the people. Elmus constantly experiences power outages, so people often find themselves without light or telephones because landlines don't work without electricity. And those are the only ways of communicating here. In 2016, the local company sort of fixed the issues, but people still complain that the electricity goes out with the first gusts of wind. We'd really appreciate it if the electricity issue could just get fixed. They did it all summer and all autumn, but one gust of wind and it all goes out. How can this happen? They get paid for this. They just don't care and we suffer. January of last year, we spent 2 weeks without electricity. Nobody cared. All the poles were knocked down. Every year they fix it and they get money from the budget for it. But every year the electricity still goes out. It's a mess. And they're always turning it off to fix it. Yesterday was a great example. At 2 a.m., they turned off the power, and after 1 hour, they turned it on again. At 6 a.m., they turned it off again, so we spent the whole day without light. Then it's 10:30 at night, and they turn it back on, and we made a few calls while we had the time, because when the electricity goes out, we have no connections. We don't have mobile phones. So we get to sit at home again without electricity. What if you stop? Who's going to bring food to these people? I don't know. I used to have a lot of competition. They would come along, they disrupt my business a bit, but they all probably expected something better than this because eventually they all quit. And I come here in the winter, even in freezing cold weather. I just can't abandon these old people. How often does the shop come to you? Once a week. And you get food for 1 week? Yes, that's right. Also, the mail should arrive today. Oh, it's quite a special day for you then. Yeah, a very busy day. Everything comes in one day. So was there a shop before? Yeah, and it was open every day. But now, we can forget about that. The shop went bankrupt and it was sold. When did it close down? A long time ago. I want to say about 2-3 years ago. And how often do you go outside the village? We don't go anywhere. I've been stuck here for 3 years now. I can't even get to the hospital. To get outside is pretty easy, but how am I going to get back? The taxi would cost me $30. Just for the ride back? Yes. And to get to the nearby city, it costs $36. That's how this works. I asked the taxi driver myself, and he told me $36. What if I got to get to the hospital? I need to see the doctor and get medical tests done because I recently had a stroke. And I can't go because I just can't afford it, considering my pension is $139. $139? Yeah, I can't afford a taxi. Where'd you used to work? I used to sell souvenirs in the city. Then the prices dropped, and because of that, my pension got smaller. But I used to earn good money, like
She's such an angel, guys.
$300. They told us we'd have good pensions, but that changed, so I'm getting a smaller pension now. Are there any buses? Of course not, none. So we're stuck here. The kids can't get out either. Also, our children can't visit us, so we just sit here. If you have a car, you can travel, of course. My granddaughter doesn't have one, so we can't go anywhere. Another problem is firewood. What's the problem there? No one gives us firewood. We're too far away. The last time we ordered it ourselves, it cost $415. Where can we find the money to buy wood for the winter? So you need $415 worth for a winter? Yes, and buying it's just the first part. We also need to split the wood. Moreover, 12 cubic meters of wood isn't enough for a year. Of course it's not enough. We need to heat our houses in the spring and autumn, not just winter. And in winter, it gets so cold that we need to fire the stove 3 times a day. So what's your solution? We can also use electric heating, but then we have to pay a lot for electricity. Sometimes we collect wood that's laying around just so we don't buy it. Eventually, we make it through somehow. That's our life. Can an ambulance get here in case of an emergency? If they have gas, then they'll come. If not, then we have to call the ambulance of Kondopoga. But that would take so long that you can die waiting. It's the same with medicine. The paramedics come once every 2 weeks. They don't bring the pills you need on your first visit, you have to order them first. So if I ask them for medicine on Friday, that's when they come. Then I need to wait 2 weeks for them to bring me my pills. And what am I going to do for 2 weeks without medication? Nothing. I can't get this medication here either. They require prescriptions. Where am I going to get those? When the doctor came last time, I asked her for a prescription. She said, "Oh, I don't have a pen." How's that possible? Does it mean we need to carry pens ourselves? She says, "I'll just tell you the name." And then I told her that by the time I got home, I'd forget it. So in the end, I went home just repeating the name of that prescription over and over so I wouldn't forget it. And then I still have to wait for it. Right, because there's no pharmacies here. Exactly. We don't have them. That's how we live. We always need to stock everything, and with our pension, it's difficult to buy in large quantities. You never know where you'll have to spend money next, either on food, electricity, or to save up for firewood. So we have to survive. What are you getting for this week? 3 loaves of bread. I have 2 dogs. Gotta feed them. Also some meat products and some cereals. I get most of the stuff from my son, actually. Oh, he brings it to you from the city? Yeah. So what did you used to have here? Oh, we had a club, a house of culture, a village council. There were many people, a lot of jobs. And now there are no people. Everyone died. What was the population before? In total, there were about 2,000 people. We're now traveling around Karelia, and there are many small villages along this route. In summer, they're relatively lively. Some people come for vacation, some send their kids here. Whereas in winter, these villages are practically empty. Despite the size of this village, there are only a few dozen people living here. And it doesn't have anything. No shops, no post office, no buses. You can't come here unless you own a car. It seems crazy because you're just a few hours away from Petrozavodsk, where you have restaurants, coffee shops, hotels, and life is everywhere. And then a 2-hour drive takes you to a place that's frozen in time, where a mobile shop comes once a week and people grab food for the next 7 days, and nothing is going on here. There's not even a proper telephone connection. You'll pick up the phone thinking that you're not that far away from the city, but the phone doesn't even connect. You can't make a phone call. That's how people live here. Calling an ambulance is a nightmare, especially at night. Whew, that's it. You're dead. One time, someone called an ambulance from Kondompoga, and they died while they were waiting. Was this in your village? Yeah, it was. The only remaining public place in Elmus is this abandoned grocery store, which was bought by an unknown businessman who donated it to the people. A local resident organized a sales point here, but its range is much smaller than the one offered by the mobile shop. This shop went bankrupt and was sold to a military man from our village for $1,000. You mean for $10,000? No, for $1,000. He bought the entire thing for $1,000 and gave it to us. I work as a caretaker here, so he donated it to us so we can all use it. What a nice man. Half our village comes to buy stuff here in addition to the mobile shop. And that's how we trade a little here. I only work once a week, on Thursdays. Elena comes on Wednesdays. This is how we survive. The mobile shop solves just one of the thousands of problems that people face in these hard-to-reach areas. How many people live in this village? In winter, there are about 25, 26 people. What about in summer? In summer, there are more people because they have country houses here. We're expecting the mail with our pensions to arrive soon. As soon as we get it, we go home because it's so cold. We're not the only ones living in a village like this. There's another one nearby. It's also in the middle of nowhere. When the mobile shop arrives, it feels like the village is waking up. Residents gather behind the van. They chat in the queues, share news, and collect their goods. These villages are left in survival mode. Fortunately, the roads to this one are cleaned. Yesterday, I went to a village that didn't even have a proper road leading to it. It's that feeling of driving through a blizzard and thinking that you can crash at any second. But I drive on because I know they're waiting for me. There aren't many of them, but they're waiting in that cold. It's nice that I now have a fixed schedule. Makes life a lot easier. I know where and when people are waiting for me. This allows me to get to more places. So do you know everyone personally? Of course, after all these years. They got attached to me, they share their problems with me, and know that I won't let them down. There were times when my van broke down and I needed to urgently look for transport. One time I came through on a truck. It was ridiculous. Now they know that I'll come no matter what, that they won't be left behind. In summer, cottagers come. They bring their kids and grandchildren, so life becomes more dynamic. About 30 more people come. Oh, so in summer, business gets better. Yeah. So soon there's not going to be any old people left in these villages. Probably. When I had just started, there were so many people. And now, especially when I see people coming back after winter, I notice that many of them are missing. COVID makes it even worse. I see people disappearing right in front of my eyes. They're dying. Yeah. So many of my clients passed away. During the COVID times, I mean. Now, we're going to a village that's 10 kilometers from here. I have one granny living there. Who's going to go this distance for one person? No one would do that. I'm just doing it because I can't leave them, like I said. Although she's the only one there. Her husband died. It's not like she needs a lot. No, almost nothing. So you'll spend more on gas than you'll earn. Absolutely. The expenses exceed the revenue. But, oh well, I still go. All these years, we didn't get any help. Although we contacted the mayor's office and the legislative assembly, we asked them all for help. All they did was build these tents. At least my products are protected from the rain. It was terrible when it was raining or snowing. The grannies had nowhere to hide. And now they can at least sort their stuff out on the benches. This is our achievement. So the shed was made specifically for this? Yeah. We forced them to install this shed so that you can come and put your stuff out here. Yeah, because before, nothing was built around this. This is all I could get from them in 13 years. The last destination of our route was the village of Justo Zero. It's also located on the shore of the lake, and also has a natural reserve nearby, a unique spring lake. The living conditions in Justo Zero are similar to those in Elmus, but in some aspects they're even worse. For example, in Justo Zero, there's no permanent electricity. It works from 2 p.m. until midnight. Without electricity, people constantly lose connection, and their food spoils in the fridge. And just like in the villages we visited before, there are no jobs. What is this bus stop over here? This is their bus stop, and this is my shed. This is a bus stop that was once operational. Back in the days when buses used to run here. Probably. And this was built for you, right? Yeah, this is what I got after all these years. Who made the decision to install it? Kondopoga City Council. Did you send them a request or something? We sent requests, we visited them, knocked on doors. That's because they need to plan the budget accordingly. Eventually, they included this shed in the budget and built it for us. In this village with one resident, you don't even use it, right? Only in summer. Now I just have 2 customers. That's it. Do you create the assortment yourself, or do they order specific items? I already know what they want and what they expect. I know each person and what they like. They're all quite old people, so it must feel like one big family. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Here you go. You can take this one for free. How are you doing? Not bad. How's life here? It's fine. They give us bread. Bread, I see. Do you live here all year round? Yes. And what do you do here? I keep livestock. What kind of livestock? A sheep and a goat. Oh, wow. Also chickens. And cats. How many cats? 3. 3 cats. That sounds like it doesn't get boring here. Oh, there's no time to get bored. During the war, it used to be a communication house. The house you live in now? Yes. I come from another region. Aunt Nina, would you like some snacks for your tea? Here, take some. Do you have tea at home? Yes, I'll go make some now. Here, drink it with these cupcakes. Where should I put the stuff? Oh, don't worry about it. Please, sit down. It's a very simple house that I got. Oh, you have a nice stove. And the cats are laying on it. Oh, it's a very cozy house. We used to have a club and a library nearby, but the club burned down a while ago. It was just on the other side of the road. How many people were here before? Oh, I'm not sure how many people. But there were 16 cows in the village when I moved here. 16 cows? And now? Now it's just the one goat that I have. When all the men died, it was difficult for the women to keep livestock. Let's see, what do we have here? That is a very delicious piece of cake. Of course. Take a fork. Do you have salt? Oh, you have salt in the mushrooms. Oh, no. Thanks. I don't really like mushrooms. Do you have any table salt? Oh, you should try dried mushrooms with oil. Salt. Great. Thank you. I brought some sweets for you. Thank you. My daughter lives in the city, and she also brings me food every now and again. There's no such thing as too many sweets. How old are you, by the way? I turned 73 last November. Ah, got it, 73. We've had many long livers in our village. There's another woman here who's 91 years old. Wow. Yeah, and she stays active. So, do you watch television? Yes. At 2 p.m. I turn it on, also in the mornings. So the electricity turns on at 2. Yes, that's right. Until when? Until midnight. So for the whole day? Yes. Also in the morning from 9 to 11. And what do you watch on television? Oh, everything. You know, I like to watch Putin. In Justo Zero, electricity has a strict schedule. Residents told me that once, when there was no electricity in the village, they couldn't call an ambulance for a man who became seriously ill. We didn't have a phone connection, so we couldn't get out. The phone wasn't working, we couldn't call an ambulance, and he died. A social worker comes here once in a while to provide medical service to us. And if you get sick, we have a cemetery nearby. So does that mean that the ambulance won't come here? Oh, it will. But how fast? Oh, my father got sick last year and he got help from the Ministry of Emergency Situations. At first, our local ambulance came and gave him a painkiller. And after that, he started going crazy. The second ambulance arrived an hour or 2 later. By the way, can I see your goat? Of course, let's go have a look. I hope the rooster doesn't attack us. Oh, wow. That's incredible. Calm down, easy, don't attack. He's majestic. Unfortunately, he froze off his comb last winter. He was in another barn. Is this the angry rooster? Yes. Petya, stay calm. Are you defending yourself with a shovel? Otherwise, he goes for my leg. Go away. So, what can be done to revive the village? Or is it too late to do anything? Why? It's developing
She's gonna make me cry with each statement. Alright, this is so deep.
anyway. But it's only the cottagers who come here by now, right? Well, it's the children of the villagers who used to live here. Their parents died and they took over the houses. Now they refurbish them. They refurbish, but they don't live in them, right? Well, they live here during summertime, but only in summer. Some people come in winter too, for Christmas especially. Oh, so in Christmas there's a lot of fun here, right? Yeah, kids come here for the holidays. I'll show you the mask I was wearing last New Year's Eve. My grandchildren take acting lessons back in the city. I was wearing this mask for the New Year. How old is this mask? Not sure. It is very old. I bought it one day for a special occasion. We're in Karelia, a couple of hours away from Petrozavodsk, and dozens of villages are scattered here among the forests. Every village shares a similar story. Back in Soviet times, they all had hundreds of residents. There was production, there was farming, the people lived here, raised their children, and made plans for the future. However, today in Karelia, as in all of Russia, villages are dying out. Most of these homes are abandoned. Some are used as summer cottages. Along the road, there are stores like this one. They're closed because there are no customers. Stores are closing along with many other public institutions that used to be present here, such as schools and hospitals. In winter, only a few old people live in these villages. In some, there are 1 or 2 people. In others, there are 5, 10, or 20. Although 20 can be considered quite a lot. The only life-sustaining process in these places is regular visits by the mobile shop, postal service, or social workers who come here once a week or once every 2 weeks. This is the only connection most of these people have with the outside world. It's the only process that keeps life going. Here we have a store with a Soviet sign. Obviously, the store is closed. There are also phone booths. Actually, the village has practically no phone connection because there are so few people living here. Just like it's unprofitable to run a shop, it's similarly unprofitable to install cell towers. That's why you only have connection if you install a private antenna that picks up a cellular signal from remote towers and amplifies it. Also, there are these phone booths that have been installed by the Russian telephone provider. In theory, we should be able to make a call from it. Let's give it a try, see if it works, and see if I can call someone. Although, judging from the lack of footprints in the snow, it's probably not used very often. Let's see if there's a signal. Nope. What a shame. Nah. Nope. Not even a dial tone. End of story. Elena, the mobile shop owner, and Aunt Nina from Ustozero spoke warmly about a farmer from the village of Svyatnovolok. He delivers fresh milk and meat to the nearby villages. I paid him a visit to see the life of a Karelian farmer. Do you have cows? I do. Can I take a look? I want to see the cows. You are a legendary man. Everybody speaks so highly of you. All the grandmas are proud of you. How many cows do you have? In total, with the calves, I have 40. 40 cows? Oh, the calves don't really count. How long have you been doing this for? About 10 years. Did you move here from somewhere? No, I'm local. So you decided to raise the cows and sell milk? Milk and cows. Oh, wow. That's impressive. Please, go meet the cows. So, do you only sell in the villages or also in the city? It's impossible to sell in the city without connections. Do you have an established customer base? Pretty much. The production volumes aren't so big anyway. Oh, look, she managed to get out. She's a curious one. This is the youngest one. He's called COVID, born recently. COVID? That's original. Yeah, he's just a month old. What's going to happen to these people if you suddenly stop delivering to them? Oh, I have no idea. I can't even imagine it. Of course, it'll be bad for them, but they'll probably find a way out. Maybe they'll ask their children or neighbors for help. Maybe they'll help each other. I don't know, but obviously this isn't normal. I was wondering if people's diets are changing over the years, in terms of what they can afford, the pensioners. Well, they're eating less. You can notice that just judging from the assortment of your shop. Yeah, some items that used to be popular are now not selling so well. Like I said, the situation today is just awful. Either they don't have enough money, or they're too old. You could see for yourself just how modest their shopping habits are. True, they mostly buy bread. You don't even deliver meat, do you? We do. We have pork, chicken, everything. I saw chicken feet. Oh, chicken feet are for the dogs. That's animal feed. It comes separately. It's actually a very interesting job that you have. Oh, nothing interesting, to be honest. I don't even want to carry on doing this. I get that it's difficult, but it's very noble. I just want peace. What are they going to do without you? I'm not sure about that. Did you see how they were running to you? Yeah, it would be bad for them. Also, when they have no money, they take it and pay next time. Do they always pay you back? Yes. When they receive their pension, which is very small, we also bring them non-food products sometimes. Say an old lady needs to clean the roof. Who's going to bring her a ladder? Me, of course. I try to meet all their needs, because who else would? Maybe you could help us. We live in remote populated areas. Why does the state not take care of us? We're not young girls. We can't do everything ourselves. We're people of age. Why forget about us? Back in the old days, we used to work for the betterment of this country. This is the story of how one lady did more than all the local governments combined. People like Elena save lonely Russian pensioners who too many have forgotten about. I just hope that civilization reaches these villages before all the inhabitants disappear. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share it on Reddit.
You know, guys, one great thing that I really love about this video is the fact that this woman, this mobile shop woman, just she's more like an angel. I feel like she's an angel, all right. She has just found a way to, sustain these villagers, these old people for years. We're not talking about 5 years, not 10, for years. All right, and I love the way the natural way she has found to, mix with them. I mean, look at her saying she knows each of these people and she knows their needs, which makes it easy for her to supply everything they need. It's actually amazing, though I felt emotional around the along the way, because looking at how isolated this place is. And this place called Karelia. I've heard of this place. I don't know if it's in a documentary I did or maybe a song I did. I think a finished song I actually reacted to. But I think it was a war song from, it was a war song or something about Karelia. And I am just surprised to actually see, because under that video there were loads and loads of comments about how people had to leave that village during the World War. Okay, but well, it's unfortunate the place is becoming rather isolated and deserted. And these grannies all stuck up here with nowhere to go. I mean, look at the medical states with their children all gone. It's just frustrating, even though they have found a way to survive despite all of this. But sort of feel really emotional about this whole thing, all right? And please, I really admire the way this channel actually did this video. It's really educative and it's so real. Unlike it, you rarely see videos like this with the interpretations and everything. He really made sure everything was interpreted properly and well, so real. Okay, let me know your thoughts on this down the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.